Hello, everyone. My name is Kent Stark. I am the CEO of the Stark Corporation, and I am making this video right now to talk about a few things. I've been, I started going back to school so I could better my education and, so I could be a better leader of my firm. And, I I'm in criminal justice slash accelerated law program, which means that I should be able to take the bar in about 5 years. And because of that, I started preparing myself. I start in about a week up with school again. And so I've been reading, the different documents that this country created, at its inception. So I want to talk about a few of them, on TikTok, Instagram, all this stuff, everybody's posting videos about all this different sovereign stuff and, how to become more free and how to become not a slave and so on. And, back in the day when I was pursuing a lot of churches, they used to call these little things that would stand out to you, they called them Bible bullets. Basically, it would they would come out and they would use or you would use a scripture in the Bible to establish your point, but it really was taken out of context and it wasn't really a valid point because it was just a bullet, right? So I wanted to make this video today to kind of talk about a few of the other publications that you can read so that you can get more context about what, potentially it means to be free, okay? So when I was researching and I was talking, when I was reading about the Constitution, there was a document that preluded the Constitution that they talk about, and it's called, and this is what it is here, it's called the Articles of Confederation. So I read that first, and it's not really light reading, but it talks about a lot of the things in the Constitution, but it also lets you understand like why the Constitution is written the way that it is because this kind of preludes that. So there's content that isn't in the Constitution because it's in this. Okay, so the Constitution was like kind of an extension to this, although the Constitution does stand alone. Okay. Then I read the United States Constitution. I printed off in these little spiral books. They're about $15 when you do this at Office Depot. Makes it a little easier to read and absorb. And in this, of course, the Bill of Rights is very important, but I can't stress enough this right here, which is Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. Okay, make sure you read this and make sure you understand it. There's 3 parts to it. Okay, and that's a very important component of this. Okay, then because I kind of live in 2 states, Wyoming Constitution and Georgia Constitution. All right, I printed these off and I read them. I read them both. They basically elaborate on the U.S. Constitution and the Articles of Confederation. And they just go in a little deeper, and they do vary a little bit from state to state. So I would recommend that once you read the U.S. Constitution, that you get into whatever your state constitution is. What is very important about this and what you understand this is that the U.S. Constitution is a common law trust. Okay, it was written in that way to create a trust, which means that you have the grantor, you have trustees, and you have beneficiaries. Okay, we the people are the beneficiaries. The trustees are the 3 parts of the government. Okay, the executive branch, the judicial branch, and Congress. Okay, they are the trustees. They are doing a job entrusted to them to benefit us. Okay, and that's the most important thing, to understand about this is to read this and understand what your role is. Okay, and understand, before you go through any of this other stuff of people telling you how you're a slave and all this other, crap that's going on in this country, make sure you read it and understand for yourself. And the only other thing that I'm going to talk about that is this. Get a copy of Black's Law Dictionary, okay? And make sure you understand the words. Each word, you have to understand how it was written and what was intended the meaning to be when this was written. Okay? You can't do that if you use Webster's Dictionary, because Webster's Dictionary doesn't even come close to describing how these words are described. Okay? So that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. Lesson 5 is back up for the Start Corp Mentorship Program. So all the people that are in that, you're going to get to learn a lot more depth about this and more about trust. So thank you everybody for watching, and have a good day.